everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time to go over a couple of seasonal events that happened recently. So, as you may know, if you've been watching my videos for a while, around the end of base game Heavensward, I went on a boycott from uploading anything to YouTube because I am very much opposed to some of their policies, to the point that I'm willing to stop posting videos there and just not really have anyone see my videos, while I still make them. I am actively looking into alternative ways to uploading my videos to the internet. I have a few ideas I'm working on. Currently, they are available via torrent, which torrenting is legal. It's just also very easy to distribute files illegally through a torrent, so it does have a bit of a reputation. But torrenting itself is not a crime, and it's also a very, very convenient method for file sharing. I am looking into other easier, less technical options. I have a few ideas. It's just kind of hard and expensive to get those set up. Or it would involve platforms that are just not nearly as reliable as YouTube or have other issues. So yeah, I'm looking into it. Unfortunately, the fact that I don't really have an easy way to provide videos on a wide scale at the moment means that by the time I am able to do that again, all the seasonal events will have passed us by. I don't want to completely lose out on the seasonal events, but I also don't want to have like a million Sunday videos in a row of just seasonal events. That would be a nightmare. So what we're going to be doing from now on is we're going to be doing seasonal event recaps. 4 times a year. I'm aiming for 4. I might adjust it later. We'll see. But about 4, maybe 3 times a year, I'm going to be doing a little recap video where we go over the seasonal events that happened over the last part of the year and what happened in them. Show a little bit of B-roll of me doing those events, and also going over the rewards and anything else I find interesting about them. So for today, we're doing the last quarter of 2025, so that would be, in this case, All Saints Wake and Starlight Celebration for 2025. Unfortunately, when All Saints Wake was happening, I didn't think to take video of it for some reason. I don't know why. I got screenshots, but no video. So the B-roll we're going to have for this is just screenshots of the event and only a couple, and I'm so sorry about that. I was actively trying to figure out what I wanted to do about it at the time, and I didn't have a full plan in place yet. Because my boycott from YouTube happened around the time All Saints Wake was about to start, so I didn't have a lot of time to figure this out. For All Saints Wake, the Continental Circus, from very early All Saints Wake events from when the game was still like pretty new, returned to Gridania. They're basically a circus of Voidsent, who are just out and about trying to entertain people. Similar to Popograph. The events basically all took place in the Haunted Manor, which is just Hockey Manor but decorated. And while we were there, we met Impresario, a very old NPC from the Continental Circus, who was having trouble with their performance going a little bit too far in terrifying people. Though one child was notably very much just confused and was trying to find an elixir for a magic pot. Not terrified at all, just very, very confused by the magic pot, which was very funny. The Great Gourd, who is kind of the host of most All Saints Wake events, had us help make a mount replica of Impresario that we could use to either use a trick emote or a treat emote on people, which, trick or treat, haha, very funny. We use this to scare the performers, to get them to start behaving, and also cheer up the citizens that they were terrorizing. Elixir Kid ended up bringing a lot more kids to join in on the fun. They ended up having a blast. It was a cute little event, just making use of the new mount to get some NPC reactions. The big reward that came from this was the Ambularia mount, which is what we made, the replica of Impresario. And for guests in the form of NPCs, it was basically all Dawn Trail characters, so they didn't show up for us, unfortunately. There's also a new user interface for costumes, for if you want to do the costume dress up for G-Pose, which is nice. It's all sorted by expansion now, with with any new costumes being marked. Moving on to Starlight Celebration, which I do have footage of, thankfully. Took place in Gridania, as usual. The Starlight stalls are back, and this year we made mulled teas, themed after each of the 3 city-states. We asked around at the markets for info, then helped hand out the teas based on customer preference in an extremely simple minigame. Once we were done with the event, we were able to go back and hand out more tea to various NPCs, primarily the leaders of the Adventure Guild. So we were able to hand out tea to Mother Mione, Baderon, Momodi, and from the White Mage quest, we were able to hand out some tea to Rhea Osena. There was also an annual snowman story in Ul'dah. I only just learned about this year, but every year in Ul'dah there is a snowman story, which is just a series of small snowman sculptures, dioramas, that are just littered around part of Ul'dah, and if you follow them around, they tell a story. The rewards for Starlight Celebration were 6 emotes for drinking the various themed mulled teas, 2 for each city-state, with one of the variants being short, just a short drink, and the other variant being a looping drink, so yeah, 2 variants over 3 city-states, that's 6 total. Alright, so, having gone over the events, let's actually check out those rewards. I should have them in, oh no, they're in my retainers. Thankfully, we're in the Ishgard inn room, so we can grab that real quick. I want to say I gave it to Altoon? Was it Altoon or was it the other one? It was the other one. It was to Elena. I gave you all the extras. Local libations was our reward for the Starlight Celebration, and Ambularia was for All Saints' Wake. We also have a few rewards in there from future seasonal events. We will get to those in due time. Alright, Ambulario, and the local libations. Since we are in the inn room and only able to look at emotes at the moment, let's take a look at the new emotes. We got Gridanian Sip. Just a nice little sip out of a Gridanian themed mug. That is a very, very pretty porcelain shader. Oh my goodness. Does it actually loop? Huh, that surprises me because normally general emotes don't loop. Nope, it doesn't loop. Okay. Next up was Little Minson Sip. It's exactly the same, just with a different porcelain mug. So I'll go ahead and interrupt it to move on to the Ul'dah Sip. Just swap out the mug, stay in pose. And then the gulp emotes are going to be the looping variations. Literally the same exact emote, just it loops. Can be very good for winter holiday cosplay, or sorry, not cosplay, winter roleplay, if you do a lot of roleplay in the game. I'll just go ahead and mark these all off so they're all marked off. Now, let's get out of here and go check out the Ambulario mount. Let's see, fastest place to go would probably just be out to the Central Highlands. But yeah, I think this is how I'm going to handle holiday or seasonal events from now on. Especially since, to be honest, the seasonal events have been... I don't dislike them, but they're very, very much just go to NPC, talk to NPC, tell the little story gets told. It's a cute story. I like it, but there's not a lot in terms of gameplay. If you're looking for documentation on everything that happened in a seasonal event, there are plenty of channels out there that do document exactly what happened in each seasonal event, down to every last detail, including things that we can't even see yet because we don't have enough main story. Ambulario, designed in the fiendish likeness of the Impresario, the leader of the Continental Circus, this automaton incorporates an enchantment which allows it to weave festive glamours. Its head also produces a satisfyingly sonorous bonk when struck, for a more mundane sort of amusement. Hello there, Pumpkin, enjoying this festivities, I hope. Alright, let's hop on board. Here's our mount. We have the Trickster's Treat. And we have the Treater's Trick. Nice. Now, I say seasonal events have been a little bit bland in terms of gameplay, but that's not going to stay true for long now, because in 2026, it sure does seem like the developers are putting a little bit more effort into it. Not everything has been a hit yet, but I'm very happy that they're putting in the effort, and I can see a lot of the community is also very happy about it. So, what amazing timing, right as I'm getting ready to switch over to more summarized versions of seasonal event videos, they started improving the issues with seasonal events. Amazing. Alright, I will go ahead and see you next time as we move on with more of patch 3.1. What are we going to be doing next? Looks like... starting a side story. Ooh, that's exciting. Alright, I will see everyone next time for the Scholasticate.